The drama surrounding Travis Hunter has just taken a shocking new turn, one that fans never expected. Behind the glamorous social media posts, the football stardom, and the picture-perfect marriage lies a secret that is now exploding across headlines. Travis Hunter's wife has come forward, dropping bombshell revelations about their private life that left not only Travis, but the entire fan base in complete disbelief. She didn't hold back. She exposed what she called their dead bedroom life, and in doing so, admitted the real reason why she stepped outside of the marriage. Imagine this: the golden couple everyone thought had it all: love, fame, money, success suddenly crumbling in front of the world's eyes. The confession wasn't just whispered in private. Oh no, it was loud, unapologetic, and dripping with emotion. And the words she used: brutal. Words that cut right to the core of Travis's image as a rising star. The revelation sent shockwaves through their inner circle, leaving family members divided and fans scrambling for answers. What went so wrong behind closed doors that she risked it all to confess? And more importantly, how will Travis respond now that the most intimate secret of his marriage is public knowledge? Stay tuned, because this story only gets darker from here. The story begins on what seemed like an ordinary evening for Travis Hunter and his wife, a night that was supposed to be private, quiet, and filled with the kind of routine normalcy that most couples in the spotlight crave. But instead of calm, a storm was brewing behind the walls of their luxurious home. A storm that would soon break into the public eye and tear apart the image of a perfect marriage. According to close insiders, Travis's wife had grown tired of pretending, tired of smiling on camera, and most of all, tired of living in what she described as a dead bedroom. To her, intimacy had vanished months ago, replaced by excuses, arguments, and an emotional void that no amount of money, fame, or social media likes could fix. He felt invisible, one friend of the couple whispered to reporters. On the outside, she was the supportive wife cheering him on at games, posting pictures that made everyone jealous. But when the cameras turned off, the house was cold, the marriage was silent, and she felt like she didn't even exist in his world anymore. That feeling of neglect, according to her confession, pushed her to a breaking point. And when the breaking point came, it didn't arrive quietly. It erupted with the kind of honesty that left Travis blindsided. In a leaked conversation that has since gone viral, Travis's wife allegedly confronted him with the words, "You might win on the field, Travis, but in this house, I'm losing every day. You don't see me. You don't touch me. I'm done pretending. I cheated because I needed to feel alive again." Those words shattered everything. For Travis, a man used to being in control on the football field. Hearing his wife admit not only to infidelity, but also to exposing the deepest cracks in their marriage was like taking a hit he never saw coming. And fans, they were left gasping. Social media lit up instantly with reactions ranging from outrage to sympathy. Some blasted his wife, calling her ungrateful and attention-seeking, while others sided with her, saying that no woman deserves to be trapped in a loveless marriage. But it wasn't just the fans who were shocked. The family circle was immediately thrown into chaos. Travis's parents, who had always been protective of their son, reportedly lashed out at his wife, accusing her of betraying their trust and humiliating their family name. His mother, in particular, was furious. Sources claim she screamed during a heated phone call, "How dare you drag my son through the mud like this? Do you know what you've done to his reputation?" Yet on the other side, Travis's wife's family quietly stood by her, saying she had tried for years to make the marriage work but was always pushed to the sidelines by Travis's career and his constant devotion to the game. She's been alone in that mansion for months while he trained, while he traveled, while he put football first, a cousin explained. She didn't want to cheat, she wanted a husband. And when she couldn't get that, she looked for comfort somewhere else. The clash of families only added fuel to the fire, turning what could have been a private crisis into a full-blown public war. And if that wasn't dramatic enough, Travis's wife made the ultimate decision. She would not apologize. In fact, during an emotional sit-down interview, she looked straight into the camera and declared, "I'm not ashamed of speaking my truth. Travis may be a star on the field, but at home, he left me in the shadows. And shadows don't keep you warm at night. That bold statement set the tone for what would become one of the most sensational scandals of the year. Suddenly, the golden couple who once symbolized young love and success were now the centerpiece of betrayal, division, and heartbreak. And Travis. Sources say he was crushed. He had always believed that his wife understood the sacrifices required to be at the top, that she supported him through the long nights of training and the constant pressure of fame. But now, he realized that while he was chasing touchdowns, he was losing something far more important, the woman he thought would always be by his side. What happened next? Reports suggest that Travis stormed out of the house that night after her confession, refusing to even look at her. A neighbor even claimed to see him driving off recklessly, like a man whose whole world just collapsed. The cracks in their marriage were now visible to everyone. The whispers of a dead bedroom life had become a roaring headline. And yet, this was only the beginning. Because what Travis's wife revealed next would not only shock fans but would also spark accusations, expose hidden secrets, and tear apart friendships that no one expected. If Part 1 revealed the cracks in Travis Hunter's marriage, Part 2 is where the cracks turned into full-blown fractures. Because after his wife's shocking confession went public, the scandal didn't just stay between husband and wife, it spread like wildfire, pulling in friends, teammates, and even fans who suddenly felt entitled to weigh in on the most intimate details of their lives. The first big bombshell came when one of Travis's close friends, someone he had known since college, spoke out in defense of the wife. In a now viral Instagram live, the friend claimed, "Look, man, I've been around them. I've seen the way she sits in the corner, quiet, while he's on his phone, while he's watching game tape. I told Travis, bro, you need to pay attention to her. He didn't listen. Now he's acting shocked, please." This didn't come out of nowhere. That comment set the internet ablaze. Suddenly, it wasn't just about the wife admitting to cheating, it was about Travis's alleged neglect. Fans began to debate fiercely online. Was Travis a victim of betrayal? Or was he the one who had emotionally abandoned his marriage long before she crossed the line? But the situation grew darker when rumors began to swirl about who his wife had allegedly cheated with. At first, it was just speculation. Then a shocking twist. Gossip blogs claimed the affair wasn't with a stranger, but with someone close to the Hunter circle. One site boldly published the headline, "Travis Hunter's wife caught in emotional affair with his own friend." While unconfirmed, the rumor alone was enough to cause chaos. Travis's teammates reportedly started questioning each other in the locker room, wondering if one of them had betrayed their star player. Tensions rose so high that insiders claim arguments broke out during practice. One player allegedly shouted, "Man, if any of y'all had something going on with her, own up. Don't let Travis find out," through TMZ. Fans on Twitter had a field day. Memes, conspiracy threads, and wild theories spread like wildfire. Some claimed the wife had been secretly messaging one of Travis's fellow players for months. Others believed it was a family friend. A few even accused the wife of fabricating the dead bedroom story just to justify her actions. Through all the noise, Travis himself stayed silent, at least at first. Sources close to him revealed he was devastated, furious, and most of all, humiliated. He reportedly told a confidant, "She didn't just cheat, she killed my image. She made me look weak. Everybody's looking at me like I'm some fool who couldn't keep his wife happy." And yet, the silence broke one night when Travis finally went live on his Instagram. With thousands of fans watching, his face hard and voice shaking, he addressed the scandal for the first time. "I'm not here to bash anybody, but I'll say this marriage is supposed to be about loyalty. If you got a problem, you talk it out. You don't go behind someone's back. I put my everything into this game, into my career, into providing for us. And now I'm painted as the bad guy because I was working. Nah, that ain't right." The live ended abruptly, but the message was clear. Travis wasn't taking the blame. And fans were divided all over again, some applauding his composure, others calling his words deflection. But then, just when the story seemed like it couldn't get any messier, another twist dropped. A former friend of Travis's wife came forward with screenshots of alleged text messages between the wife and her mysterious affair partner. The texts were explosive. In one message, she allegedly wrote, "He doesn't even notice me anymore. I'm done begging for affection. At least you make me feel seen." Another read, "I know it's risky, but every time I'm with you, I remember what it's like to actually be wanted." The internet erupted. Screenshots circulated everywhere. While authenticity couldn't be confirmed, fans didn't care. The narrative was already solidifying. To them, the wife's dead bedroom claim was no longer just words. It was tied to real actions, real betrayal. Travis's camp, however, pushed back hard. A representative for him told reporters, "These so-called screenshots could easily be fabricated. People are out here trying to profit off Travis's pain. What we know is that his wife has admitted to cheating, and everything else being said right now is just speculation." But speculation or not, the damage was done. Sponsors quietly began distancing themselves from the couple's brand deals, unsure of how this scandal might affect their image. Fans who once adored their Instagram perfect relationship now flooded comment sections with phrases like "fake love," "karma caught up," and "exposed." Meanwhile, insiders revealed that behind closed doors, Travis's wife refused to back down. She reportedly told him during a screaming match, "You can hate me all you want, but I'm not lying about what we went through. You ignored me. You left me cold. Don't act like I'm the only one who broke vows here. You broke them when you chose football over your family every single day." That accusation cut deep. Because while Travis prided himself on his dedication to his career, deep down he knew it was true. He had put the game above everything, including her. But to him, that didn't justify betrayal. Now, with both sides refusing to back down, the scandal has grown into something far bigger than just a marriage on the rocks. It's a war of narratives, a clash of reputations, and a question that fans everywhere are asking: who is really the villain in this story? And yet, the story is far from over, because Part 3 will uncover not just more shocking revelations, but also how Travis's family and closest allies begin plotting to protect his image at all costs. By the time the screenshots of Travis Hunter's wife's alleged affair hit the internet, the scandal had grown too big to contain. What began as a confession about a dead bedroom life had spiraled into a full-blown soap opera. And now the family was preparing to step in, not to heal the wounds, but to defend their pride and reputations. The first to make a move was Travis's mother. Known for her fiery personality and fierce protectiveness over her son, she called a family meeting that quickly turned into a shouting match. According to insiders, she slammed her hand on the table and declared, "This is not just about your marriage anymore, Travis. This is about our family name. She embarrassed you in front of the world. And if she thinks we're gonna sit back and let her tarnish everything you've worked for, she's dead wrong." Travis's father, more measured but equally angry, allegedly chimed in. "She crossed a line. You can't rebuild trust after something like this. If you forgive her, the world's gonna think you're weak. You need to send a message." But not everyone in the family agreed. A younger cousin, who had grown close to the wife, defended her, insisting she wasn't entirely to blame. "Y'all don't see how lonely she's been. It's easy to judge, but none of you were there when she was crying herself to sleep. Don't make her out to be the only villain." That sparked chaos. Sources claim Travis's mother screamed, "She cheated. That makes her the villain." While the cousin stormed out, calling the entire family blind. Meanwhile, the media had its own field day. Talk shows, gossip podcasts, and YouTube channels dissected every angle of the scandal. Headlines screamed, "Travis Hunter's marriage explodes, betrayal or neglect," and cheating scandal rocks NFL star. Who's the real victim? One particularly viral segment featured a panel of commentators arguing over the issue. One side said Travis's wife was brave for exposing the truth about their marriage, while the other accused her of publicly humiliating her husband for attention. The heated debate mirrored what fans were doing online, taking sides, forming hashtags, and turning the couple's private pain into digital entertainment. But here's where the story took another twist. A report surfaced claiming that Travis's management team was working behind the scenes to do damage control. Allegedly, they pushed him to play the role of the heartbroken husband, warning that siding with his wife even partially could ruin endorsement deals. One anonymous insider said, his team basically told him, "Don't you dare let people think this is your fault. If you cry, cry about betrayal, not about neglect." They're scripting his public image right now like it's a movie. Fans picked up on this too. A clip of Travis looking somber at practice went viral with captions like "PR move" and "he's faking it for the cameras." The idea that even his pain might be manufactured added another layer of distrust to the whole saga. And as if things weren't dramatic enough, Travis's wife decided to escalate even further. Late one night, she posted a cryptic Instagram story with the words, "You think I'm lying? Wait until I show the receipts." The internet went crazy. Receipts. What did she mean? More texts, photos, maybe even videos? The speculation was endless, and within hours, her story had been screenshotted and shared across every platform. Some fans were convinced she was bluffing, while others believed she was sitting on evidence that could completely destroy Travis's reputation. Travis's family was horrified. According to one insider, his mother begged him to shut her down legally. Get a lawyer. Get an injunction. Don't let her post anything else. She's already dragged you through the dirt. Don't let her bury you alive. But Travis hesitated. Deep down, he feared she might actually have something that could not only tarnish his marriage but also his career. And the fact that he hesitated only made the family angrier. The tension boiled over one night when Travis and his wife got into another heated argument, this time in front of friends. Witnesses claimed voices were raised, accusations flew, and at one point, Travis shouted, "You think the world's on your side? They're laughing at you. They don't respect you. They see you as the woman who couldn't keep her vows. Woman who couldn't keep her vows." To which she fired back, her voice shaking but firm, "And they see you as the man who couldn't keep his wife happy." Congratulations, Travis, you're not a hero, you're a headline. The room reportedly went silent after that, as friends looked on in disbelief. One even said later, "It was like watching two people throw knives at each other with words." No one won that fight. Meanwhile, rival athletes began chiming in. A few shady tweets appeared, with players not naming names but clearly referencing Travis's situation. One tweet read, "Funny how some dudes can catch touchdowns but can't catch their wife's attention." Another joked, "Whole playbook full of plays, but can't run one at home." Those comments sent fans into a frenzy, tagging Travis and his wife nonstop, fueling the humiliation even more. For Travis, who prided himself on respect among his peers, this was the ultimate insult. And yet, the wife wasn't done. She went on another interview, sitting with a popular podcaster where she hinted at more details to come. While she didn't name names, she said, "There are things people don't know about Travis. Things that might change the way you look at him. I've been protecting him for too long, but maybe it's time to stop protecting someone who never protected me." That ominous statement was enough to set social media ablaze once again. Fans were left questioning, was there another side to Travis that no one had seen? Was the perfect star athlete hiding flaws that could end his career? One thing was clear, the story was no longer just about betrayal. It was about power, secrets, and control. And as each side played their hand, the world was left wondering, who would drop the next bombshell? The scandal wasn't cooling off, it was only heating up. And in Part 4, the storm will finally reach its breaking point, with shocking revelations, a brutal showdown, and the possibility of no turning back for Travis Hunter and his wife. By now, the scandal surrounding Travis Hunter and his wife had spiraled into something no one could have predicted. What began with whispers of a dead bedroom life had become a full-blown reality show-level disaster, one that fans were glued to like their favorite late-night drama. But just when it seemed like every secret had already been exposed, the final act arrived. And it was more explosive than anyone imagined. The buildup came after his wife's cryptic promise. "Wait until I show the receipts." For days, fans speculated. Then, one evening, she followed through. Screenshots, voice notes, and diary entries allegedly from the last year appeared online. The documents painted a picture of a lonely, bitter woman who felt invisible inside a mansion filled with luxury but empty of affection. One leaked voice note stunned fans the most. In it, she could be heard sobbing as she said, "I just want him to hold me. Is that too much? I'd give up all the fame, all the money, just for one night of being loved again." The rawness of the recording touched some, enraging others. Some fans felt sympathy, calling her brave for opening up. Others accused her of orchestrating a smear campaign, releasing private details to ruin Travis's reputation. The internet was split right down the middle, but Travis wasn't about to sit back in silence. Furious, humiliated, and cornered, he called for a private confrontation that quickly became public. According to insiders, the couple met face-to-face in their home, with friends and family present to mediate. What followed was nothing short of a showdown. "You're destroying me," Travis allegedly shouted, pacing the room, his fists clenched. "Do you even care about what this is doing to my career? My family?" His wife, tears in her eyes but voice steady, shot back, "I cared, Travis. For years, I cared. But you didn't. You left me in an empty bed every night. You made me beg for scraps of love. Don't you dare act like I'm the only one who destroyed something here." The argument raged on, with each side throwing painful truths at the other. Friends who witnessed it later described it as like watching two people rip each other's souls out with words. At one point, Travis reportedly broke down, slamming his hands on the table and saying, "I gave you everything, everything, and it still wasn't enough," to which she whispered, almost too quietly to hear, "You gave the world everything. You gave me nothing." That single line sent chills through the room. For those watching, it was clear. This wasn't just a fight about cheating. It was years of resentment, loneliness, and unmet needs boiling to the surface in the most brutal way possible. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get more shocking, another twist dropped. During the confrontation, one of Travis's closest friends, someone who had been defending him publicly, suddenly spoke up and admitted he had known about the affair all along. The room went silent. Travis, stunned, demanded answers. "You knew, and you didn't tell me." The friend avoided eye contact, muttering, "I thought it would end. I didn't want to blow things up. I thought you guys could fix it." The betrayal cut deep. For Travis, it wasn't just his wife who had let him down, it was his own inner circle. His world, once built on trust, was crumbling piece by piece, and then came the ultimate blow. His wife revealed that she had already spoken to a divorce lawyer. "This marriage isn't surviving, Travis. Not after everything. I can't keep living like this, and you can't forgive me. It's over." Those words shattered any hope of reconciliation. Sources say Travis stormed out of the room, slamming the door so hard the walls shook, while his wife collapsed into tears. The families, already divided, were left stunned and broken. Fans online immediately began speculating about divorce filings, custody battles, and who would walk away with the larger share of assets. The scandal was no longer just about intimacy, it was about the end of an empire, the fall of a golden couple, and the unraveling of everything they had built together. But even as the dust settled, there was one final twist. Days after the confrontation, a new rumor surfaced. Travis might not stay silent after all. Word spread that he was preparing to release his own receipts, evidence that could flip the narrative and expose secrets about his wife that the public hadn't even begun to imagine. Fans were left reeling. What else could possibly be revealed? What truths had both sides been hiding? And most importantly, if Travis's wife had been so bold to expose him, what would happen if he decided to expose her too? The once fairy tale love story had turned into a nightmare, and the world was left on edge, wondering what the next chapter would bring. Was this the final collapse of a marriage or just the beginning of a deeper, darker scandal yet to be uncovered? One thing was certain, the drama was far from over. And there you have it, the shocking collapse of Travis Hunter's marriage. A love story that looked picture perfect on Instagram but unraveled in front of millions. From whispers of a dead bedroom, to secret affairs, to explosive family fights. And finally, the devastating revelation that divorce may be the only way out. This drama has shaken fans to their core. But the question that lingers is, who's really at fault here? Was it Travis, the superstar athlete who poured his entire soul into football but left his wife starving for affection? Or was it his wife, who chose betrayal and public humiliation instead of finding a way to fight for their marriage privately? And let's not forget those cryptic words. Wait until I show the receipts. If she's already exposed this much, what else is she hiding? And what about Travis's rumored plan to drop his own receipts? Could we be on the edge of an even bigger explosion, one that would not only end their marriage, but possibly ruin reputations forever? Fans are divided, families are shattered, and the world is watching this saga unfold like the juiciest reality TV show ever aired. But now, it's your turn. What do you think? Did Travis's wife go too far by airing their private life in public? Or did Travis push her into a corner by neglecting her for years? And most importantly, if Travis fires back with his own evidence, will she even survive the fallout? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from you. Don't forget to smash that like button if you were hooked by this drama. Subscribe so you never miss the next shocking twist. And turn on notifications because trust me, this story isn't finished yet. The Hunter saga is only just beginning.